Hey everyone, Christine McKee here from the Emerging Technology team. Let's take a closer look at how you as a teacher can review, provide feedback, and score a student assignment that they have turned in Microsoft Class Teams. To get started, here inside your class team, simply click on the Assignments tab and choose the assignment you wish to review. Now, I know that one of my students has turned in the Understanding My Worldviews assignment, so I'm simply going to click on that particular assignment, and I can see that Liam has turned it in. I'm going to simply click on Turned In, and this is going to launch Liam's assignment. Now, keep in mind that there was a template provided, but Liam also turned in his own PowerPoint. So I'm going to click on the PowerPoint that Liam worked on and turned in Microsoft Class Teams. Notice that I have full functionality of PowerPoint as I'm reviewing Liam's work. If I wanted to add feedback directly on the PowerPoint, I could always add comments. So I could highlight text and provide specific feedback to Liam this way. Once I've typed my feedback, I can simply click the little paper airplane icon here at the bottom right corner to post this comment. Another way to provide feedback and also score the student assignment is to use the rubric. So here I can see the My Worldviews rubric, and if I click on it, notice that the first criteria appears, in this case critical thinking, and I can use the descriptors of the criteria to assist me in scoring or grading the student's work. So let's say critical thinking, as I go through the slides, I'm going to select good, 3 points. And here below, I can enter feedback specifically for this grading criteria. Once I've added feedback for critical thinking, I can click on the drop down to switch to the next grading criteria, communication. And again, I can use the descriptors of the criteria to assess my student's work. And at the bottom, I can provide feedback specific to, in this case, the grading criteria of communication. Once I've added my feedback, again, I would go to that drop-down menu, and if there were additional grading criteria, I would select the next one to help score this assignment and provide feedback. Once I'm ready, I simply click Done in the top right corner here. And notice that I have one more feedback box. This feedback box allows me to provide feedback for the overall quality of the assignment. Remember, when we're providing timely, meaningful feedback to our students, we want to ensure that we're focusing on where students are currently in their learning journey, where they need to go, and provide suggestions or strategies for how they can close that gap and achieve the success criteria. Now, because I provided feedback on the rubric, I am not going to provide feedback here. Notice that the rubric, based on the way that points were assigned, it has given me a score of 75 out of 100 for this particular student. Now, notice at the very top, I can see the student's name. I can move to the next student to view their work and their progress by clicking on the right arrow. Since this assignment isn't due until September 30th, I know that my students have more time to continue working. All right, let's go back to Liam's work. Now, if I'm ready to return this work to the student, notice that I can simply click the return button, or I can click the drop down. Notice that I can also select return for revision. This option truly takes advantage of the feedback loop and gives students the opportunity to use the feedback to improve their work and improve their learning. Once I return the work to the student, this button return has been grayed out, but I do see under student work, view history. If I click on this, this lets me view the timeline or the history of the student's assignment. So I can see when it was assigned, viewed, originally turned in, returned, and then I can see that the student has turned it in again. Let's just close this assignment. Notice that inside the view of this particular assignment, Liam's name has been removed from the student work. And if I click on returned, I can see Liam here and his status is returned.